Hi there guys, welcome to my channel. This is Nayeli, and for today's video I've got a really exciting little try on for you guys today. Specifically, I'm going to be trying the new Ink Velvet lippy shades from Peripera. And I was just so intrigued when I initially found out about this product because, well, for one, I've never tried this brand. I actually have one coming in the mail that just hasn't arrived yet. I ordered it through yesstyle. This one I actually ordered directly from the CLIO global site, so it was able to get to me really quickly. I think it came in about a week or two, and the one from yesstyle is still taking like, I don't know, probably a month to arrive. So this is basically the first time that I'm going to be trying on the Ink Velvet range, but this just so happens to be the newest collection from them. So 3 reasons why I'm really excited to try this on is 1, because I've never tried the product before, 2, because I want to see just how nude they are. From the looks of it, it seems like they might actually be pretty good, but we'll never know until we actually try them on. And I'm just really curious to see how they're going to look on tan or browner skin tones. And I'm sure that a lot of you guys are curious about that as well. So I'm really excited to be sharing that with you guys today. First of all, I ended up buying the shades 22 through 28. And I'm going to be swatching all of these. I'm going to be trying them on so you guys can see. But what I found kind of interesting was that number 22 and 23, the ones in Bouquet Nude and Nutty Nude, actually have a pretty different packaging than the rest of them. So at first I thought that maybe these two weren't part of the nude versions like the other ones were, but they literally also say nude in the packaging. But you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm sorry if throughout the video my voice sounds kind of strange. I actually got COVID last week, so I am still dealing with a lingering cough and sore throat. And I felt really bad because I actually got all of this stuff about a week ago, which is when I started to feel sick. So I just told myself I can't record this, I don't feel well, I don't sound well at all. So I tried to refrain from doing anything last week. So if you guys see me using cotton swabs throughout, that's why I'm just trying to not reinfect myself for the next time that I use this stuff. Alrighty guys, so here is shade number 22, or Boutique Nude. This is what it looks like. Now, although I've never tried this brand before, just from the packaging alone, based off what I've seen in pictures of the other colors that they have available, this vibe is very kind of different. It looks more matte and obviously nude according to the colors. So first I'm just going to do a swatch on my arm, and then I am also going to do a swatch on my lips. Okay. So it kind of seems to me like this is the lightest shade so far. I think that they're going to gradually get a little bit darker and maybe incorporate different tones into them. But the texture itself is actually really nice and soft. I also got a whiff of the smell, which is kind of fruity, like some type of berry scent. And yeah, the color is just like a light pinky nude on me. And just as a reference of what my skin tone is, on Fenty Beauty, my skin tone is a 350, although this is pretty old, so I don't even use it that much anymore. I'm probably a little bit lighter than that. I guess another point of reference could be in this Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. My skin tone is actually tan medium deep. My skin tone is like somewhere in between these two. And I think it's a cute color. It's just not necessarily, probably not something that I would use. If anything, maybe I would use it as like a gradient. On the swatch that I did, it actually looks super duper pretty and just has a very soft consistency to it, so I can understand the name of the Ink Velvet. As far as the texture, because I put it on with a cotton swab, it's probably not going to feel exactly the same as if I did with the actual applicator, so I'm not going to be too harsh on that. And now that I've removed it, the skin on my lips actually feels pretty soft. I'm actually just going to keep you guys zoomed in. This is actually the next one, number 23, in the shade Nutty Nude, and it does actually look quite darker. This is how it looks directly out from the applicator. I actually quite like this one. It looks much darker on the packaging than what I feel like it looks like on my actual skin, but I do generally think it's really pretty, kind of like a darker dusty rose. Yeah, I think it's really pretty. I feel like now this color is starting to feel closer to a real nude to someone who has a medium to tan skin tone. So good job, Peripera. And here is the next one, which is number 24, or Milky Nude. And this one actually looks a lot lighter, so we'll see how that kind of looks on my lips. Oh, and actually it doesn't look super light on the swatch. Let's see. Never mind, it is very light. Yeah, this one is definitely a lot lighter. Still unsurprisingly soft as the other two. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it needs to warm up to me. I kind of like it, but on its own, I don't really know for sure if it's something that I would wear. It's cute, it's soft, and I don't know, but just for some reason when I like smile and stretch out the skin of my lips, it somehow just makes it look better. I think it's okay, it just makes me look a little ill. I mean, maybe I could see using a shade kind of like this for when you're doing like a really out there eye makeup look. But this is probably more so geared towards people who have lighter skin tones. And it has like a more melon type of color within. It is pretty. Okay, now on to number 25, which is Cinnamon Nude. With a name like that, I have high hopes. The cap actually looks very similar to the last one. Oh, this one definitely looks more orangey toned. I'm excited to see what it looks like. So here's a quick and really bad swatcheroo on my arm. I feel like they're just starting to go that way. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, it definitely is starting to have more like auburny, autumny orange colors in this specific one. Oh, yes. I really like this one. This one's one of my favorites so far. This one and probably the 23 so far, I think, have been fitting my skin tones best. I really like this. When you smile, it makes it look so much better. I agree with the cinnamon. Good job. I really like this one. All right, can't obsess over it too much. We still have 3 more. Ooh, so I initially had done like mini swatches of them like a few days ago just on my hand, and this one was one of the random ones that I swatched, and it's the number 27 in the Strawberry Nude, and I was like, whoa, I was really impressed by this color. It feels like it's kind of going out of the nudes now and going more into rosy and pinky tones, which I really appreciated. So the packaging of it is actually really light. So as we continue on, is don't just go by the colors that you see of the container, go by the actual swatches. Even just when you open it, it looks like it has so much more darker pigment and color than just if you were to go off by the cover itself, you know? Here's a quick swatcheroo. Yeah, and it definitely is starting to look lighter and pinkier here. Oops, I like the cinnamon one so much that I forgot to take it off. I don't know if it's just me, but I find that the last one left a little bit of a stain. I'm trying to remove it and it doesn't want to fully come off. Okay, this is as good as it's gonna get as far as removal. No. I don't know if you guys use like the L'Oreal Kids shampoos when y'all were little, but in case you did, this smell is very reminiscent of that to me. I don't know, I probably like one of the strawberry ones. Okay, so here's how this one looks. I feel like for some people this would look really nice on, and not to say that it looks bad on me, it's just not the kind of color that I go for. On the skin of my arm here, it looked a lot better than it does on the lip of my skin in contrast with the color of my face. So it is cute, but it's not necessarily me. It's sort of like one of those colors that just kind of stands out quite a bit. Like this isn't a full-on nude, and I mean obviously the name's a Strawberry Nude, but you would think that from this range it wouldn't stand out. This depends on how much you build it on. I didn't pack on a whole lot. Probably if you pack more of it on, it might look even more in your face, but yeah, I don't know, I just don't know. The more that I look at it, the more I'm like, oh, it actually is kind of nice. Maybe I just need to get used to the color. Okay, moving on. I totally skipped one. I'm sorry, guys. I totally skipped number 26. And I kind of feel like some of these leave a stain on my lips. Not the biggest fan of that. Okay, so moving on to the one we just skipped. Number 26 is Well Made Nude. Again, one of those kind of lighter packagings. Looks quite a little bit darker, also kind of reddish. Here is a swatcheroo. I'm liking this one too. Oh, it's so pretty. Maybe I'm also biased because of the name of it. This one's so pretty. I feel like it has just the slightest tinge of peach in it, but it's also a little bit darker, a little bit deeper. So I do like this one too. I feel like a lot of people with tan skin tones are gonna like this one. It just gives you the right amount of color without being so in your face. Okay, so we are down to the last one, which is number 28 in the shade Mauveful Nude. And obviously, as the name suggests, this is probably going to be a very mauvey tone. It kind of seems like it from the packaging, but as I said before, don't let that fool you. Ooh, does look very mauvey. All right, so it does actually look quite a bit darker. Let's see how it looks on my skin. Wow. Can't get enough of the smell. So nice and sweet. But the color is surely something else. I feel like it kind of matches my nails. But no, in real life here it looks a little bit brighter because I have outdoor lighting coming through. IRL, it looks quite darker. I'm just really into mauvey colors in general, so I feel like I'm biased, but I don't fully know if it's a color that I would honestly wear. Genuinely, I just feel like it doesn't really suit me because mauvey tones are normally kind of cool, whereas my skin tone is a little bit warmer. So I feel like there is a little bit of a clash there. It can make me look more dead. I mean, the shade itself is really pretty, but I just don't know if it really goes with skin tones like mine. But I don't know. What do you guys think? So I'm going to show you guys the swatches of all the tones. So this is number 22 first, Bouquet Nude. We're going all the way from 23 to 28. This one, the one that's supposed to be 27, I flipped them. So this one's actually the 26 and this one's 27. I just did the swatches wrong, you guys, but hopefully it'll be a little bit more understandable in the video. Yes, I genuinely think that most of these colors will work with medium and tan skin colors. Now when it comes to deeper tones than mine, what I would probably recommend for you guys to try would be either number 23 or 25. Maybe if you are into mauvey tones and you've tried them before and you like them, then maybe this would be something to try. But I would probably say that 23 and 25 may be your best bet to try if you aren't interested in purchasing the whole collection. So those two along with number 26 were actually my favorites. So the tones Nutty Nude, number 23, Cinnamon Nude, number 25, and Well Made Nude, number 26 were my favorites. I think that they just fit the best on my specific skin tone. I honestly feel like they all have a good payoff. It just comes down to the color itself and just how light or dark it is on the spectrum, and whether it's a warm or cool or neutral-ish tone, and how that's gonna play with your own skin tone. So that's why I picked these three. I mean, that's not to say that if you have a deeper skin tone, you're not gonna like these specific ones. You may even like some of the other ones, because I know that some people do tend to gravitate towards lighter tones when it comes to their lip colors too, and that's totally fine. So that's just my opinion from what I'm gathering. These are the ones that work really well for me. In reality, I feel like I could see myself using even the ones that were pretty light colored, like like 24 and 22, which were probably the lightest ones out of them all, but maybe in tandem with another color, maybe to try to create a color of my own, maybe if I want to soften another color. And another thing that I liked is that in my package, I actually got a free little brush from Peripera. And it actually looks like a really cute and nice eyeshadow brush. The packaging of it over here, it looks like those dots of the ice cream, and it's super cute, super sweet. So I genuinely really appreciated getting some free stuff in there as well. As far as the pricing, when I purchased it on the CLIO website, it was a little over $8 for each one. I think that it's a relatively inexpensive product to purchase, so I was really happy about that as well. And I just wanted to mention that I was really happy and really surprised to see such a different variety of ranges and colors when it came to this collection. I feel like they have enough variety and enough color pigmentation in order to appeal to a lot of different people with different skin tones. I definitely like that. I thought it was a really nice step in the right direction. The reality is that this booming industry of K-beauty, there are so many people globally that have become fans of K-beauty, K-pop, K-dramas, anything you can think of when it comes to Korea. So I really enjoy seeing different brands trying to cater to different skin tones as well. And it would also be kind of nice to see if they come out with even deeper tones for people of even darker skin tones, because I'm not fully sure if there are enough to cover each and every single color out there. But it would be interesting to see, you know, with more people of color creating their own reviews and seeing what they think about this specific launch. And yeah, it would just be really nice to see what kinds of colors that companies like Peripera can come up with. It's a nice little invitation for other brands to do the same as well. I'm really happy that this is how far we've come so far, and I'm excited to see even more. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye! One quick thing that I wanted to mention is I'm trying to remove the swatches that I did earlier for you guys. I'm finding that it's a little bit difficult to do so. So while that is a really nice thing for the longevity of the product, if you are planning to leave it on for quite some time, it is a little annoying to remove. So just wanted to let you guys know if you are new to these types of products. If you have already tried their Inky Velvet formulas, then maybe you already know about that, but just something that I wanted to mention briefly.